This is a 4 Kelvin's crisis with a drama filter. Jasmine is pregnant, and the noise around that news rings like an alarm no one knows how to silence. The protagonist, a girl yet to be born. The conflict, a man who can't bear the idea of being father to a daughter. And the third in discord, an ex nursing grudges like outstanding debts. At the ultrasound, Matt learns he's expecting a girl. Instead of confetti, his response is an awkward silence steeped in fear. It's not loud rejection, at least not yet, but something subtler, an inward retreat. To him, fatherhood meant something else, a mirror of himself, a son to carry his legacy. But what happens when your scripted expectations crash into reality? Ghosts appear, and Jasmine carries too many. Jasmine doesn't speak from the surface. Her words come from old scars. Her father left the day he learned she was a girl. There was no argument, no apology, just a door closing. That wound shaped the way she loves and the way she distrusts. So when Matt hesitates, she doesn't see a fleeting moment of paternal doubt. She sees the ghost of her childhood turning away once again. He tries to explain, "I need time." But Matt's time sounds like an excuse, a way to postpone the present out of fear of change. And in that hollow space, Jasmine sees the replay of what once broke her. If your partner recoils at having a daughter, you lose your plan A to protect her. That's why Jasmine explodes. It's not gratuitous theatrics, it's survival. "If you don't prove you'll be a good father, you're out," she says, an ultimatum signed in red. But this story won't resolve with a neat moral. Matt is terrified too, not of the baby's gender literally, but of what fatherhood represents. Losing control, losing time, routines, ego. That fear echoes in him. Strip away the labels, and Matt's truth is simple. He's afraid of failing, and fear dresses itself as rejection. Meanwhile, Gino, the ex who never fully stayed in the past, storms back in like a hurricane with receipts. For Gino, love comes with an invoice. He tallies the money, the attention, the logistics. "I cared for you. I paid. I waited." And when Jasmine announces she's pregnant with someone else, the numbers in his equation don't add up. Resentment mutates into a dangerous idea, charging interest on pain. Jasmine is not only the woman marked by abandonment, she's also someone who, consciously or not, learned to survive by practicing emotional economics. She started measuring affection by what she got in return. When the payment didn't match the implicit contract, she reinvented herself. That makes her complex, not a pure victim, not a soap opera villain, but a human being with unsettled accounts. Gino doesn't just want his investment back. His revenge has 2 layers, humiliation and reclamation. Both stem from an ego that mistakes affection for a service rendered. That, mixed with his taste for drama, pushes him toward alarming choices. Because when someone turns love into an invoice, revenge arrives cloaked in logic. "You'll pay for this" stops being a metaphor and becomes a plan. Then comes the climax, the baby clothing store. A small, almost domestic setting that turns into a boxing ring. Jasmine, choosing pink garments with protective dreams. Matt, gravitating toward neutrals, as if seeking refuge from identity itself. She handles each item as if sealing a pact with the future. He looks at them as if fabric could wash away his fear. The argument erupts, sharp and cruel. Gino would be happy with this, Jasmine says. Not just a blow to his pride, it's a weapon, summoning another man as the symbol of security. It's also the spark that reveals how much unhealed damage still festers between them. She accuses him of rejecting their daughter from the very first ultrasound. He, cornered, mixes guilt with fear and begs for another chance. "I'll never leave," he vows, as if signing an emotional contract. But words here are fragile bridges stretched across a river of distrust. Meanwhile, Gino hatches a plan. He will write a letter, not to apologize, but to resurrect old truths, to arrange his thoughts, to soothe himself through order. His uncle suggests burning it to let go, an idea that enrages him. Gino wants to read it aloud. He wants Jasmine to hear it. He wants control. Writing gives him something precious, a map of his rage. But the letter becomes more than an outlet, it's a mirror. And in it, Gino faces an uncomfortable truth. Not everything was Jasmine's fault. There were moments he ignored warning signs, when his ego bought affections that weren't sincere. That realization doesn't redeem him. Instead, it twists him further. Rather than embrace his mistakes, he decides to weaponize them, using the letter as justification for revenge. The irony cuts deep. Self-criticism disguised as explanation becomes permission. Anthony, the nephew, and Uncle Marco are not mere bystanders. They are the chorus that validates Gino's fury. Marco, protective, feels betrayed by Jasmine. Anthony, young and hungry for certainty, takes sides without nuance. Together, they push Gino toward actions with consequences. A man fed by his clan is more dangerous than a lone wolf with a grudge. Back with Jasmine, she storms out of the car in anger. Matt follows, pleading, apologizing, promising to change. But Jasmine no longer settles for words. She demands proof, concrete acts. In the heat of their fight, she snaps that the baby is listening. Matt, with bitter irony, replies, "The baby doesn't understand English." What he meant as a throwaway comment, she takes as an insult, and she strikes back. "The baby feels what I feel, idiot." That idiot lights the fuse of another explosion. Jasmine shows her rawest self. Explosive, cutting, unstoppable. Matt, exhausted, responds coldly. "Now I understand Gino when he said all you did was yell and insult, and now I see why he didn't want to be intimate with you." Words become knives. Jasmine breaks down in tears, shifts her tone, and plays the victim. "So everyone else is fine, and I'm the problem, right?" She climbs into the back seat, weeping dramatically, as if to prove she's completely alone against the world. Matt, meanwhile, realizes he's entered a war he never wanted, but one already burning, impossible to extinguish quickly. The road to fatherhood is built through small, daily acts. Not monologues in the street, but sleepless nights, baby care classes, conversations that don't end in ultimatums. Matt's challenge is to learn to do these things when his first instinct is to retreat into his shell. There will be no instant reconciliation, no grand finale. Only a tense, trial-filled process. Matt chooses not through a romantic epiphany, but out of fear of losing what doesn't yet exist. Jasmine, for her part, cracks open a window to possibility, but only if his actions prove real. And Gino? He builds his revenge in the digital arena, not with fists or threats, but with posts and proof. Expense lists, screenshots of messages, photos of gifts with captions. His aim is not direct destruction, but erosion of Jasmine's name, of her peace, of her story. The comments split, as they always do. Some side with him, others defend her. And in that polarized chorus lies the true battlefield, not in bedrooms or baby stores, but in the echo chamber of public opinion, where love, betrayal, and vengeance are consumed one click at a time.